Okay, we left off page 864. 864 next to the bottom paragraph. Umisha masmid ala avo. Shila tocheles ala yirabol mazer olbol mabo. A person, he says, who persists in his avas Hashem. Yeah, it's interesting what he says over here, where the motive is to receive reward, to receive reward in this world or the world to come. A reward of fear of punishment in this world or the next. Ava is not simple. You know, nobody's born a tzaddik. We say everybody starts at a low lishma level. The Rambam in Shmona Parokim writes that a child, this is in the time of the Rambam, so you want him to do something, do a mitzvah, so you have to give him an incentive. So what do? So in Egypt, going back to the time of the Rambam, he says, what would you give him? You give him a date, a sweet date. So that motivates him to do what the father wants him to do. Gets a little bit older, the date is not enough. So what do you have to do? You take, he says, you tell your child, you buy him a pair of leather shoes. They would go barefoot in those days. So you buy him a leather pair of shoes, that means it's something of greater value. Gets older, a pair of shoes is not enough. A gold coin. You have to offer him a gold coin? A gold coin already, but now he's already in his adolescence already. Once he's already conditioned to do it, although until that point it was all because there was an ulterior motive, but once he's conditioned, he doesn't have the inertia to hold him back. Now he's able to understand and appreciate the value of what he's done. Now he doesn't need all those incentives any longer to do the right thing. You only need the incentive to get him over the hurdle, that there shouldn't be distraction. But once he doesn't have the inertia, then he's able to focus and appreciate the value of what it is. He's saying something here also. He says, a person who persists in his love for Hashem, although he has ulterior motives, reward in this world, not to be punished in the world to come. He doesn't want to be punished, and he wants to be rewarded, which he says, which is within the ability of most people. What will the person do for gain, for reward, and not to be punished, right? Have a mispal marusha malchus. Yeah, pray for the fear of government. So what does that mean? Shulmal marusha malchus yishrei chaim below. So people are afraid. Why don't people break the law? Because they understand the consequences. What? You believe in the government. No, but I'm saying, you see, that's what he says. It's within the ability of most humanity, right? If the incentive is sufficient, is a sufficient incentive, a person will do it. Right? And he applies himself. Hashem will assist that person ultimately to come to true love. Not for the self-interest, but rather to recognize and appreciate God for what he is. What is true love? Your interest is one thing. Only to exalt and to what? And to magnify God to a greater degree. But we're talking about love. We're talking love. If you say, I love my boss because every year he gives me a bonus. What happens if 1 year he doesn't give you the bonus? Right? He's fired. Most people meet in fire because he needs me because I have a certain expertise. You know? So you have a positive attitude feeling towards your employer. But is that true love? It's not true love. It's only because I have self-gain here. I have security. But what's true love? True love is not because I receive, because I truly recognize and appreciate who you are. That's Avashen Etluya B'Davar, the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos. Right? That's true love. What's reverence? Forget about love. Reverence. What's reverence? When you revere a person, you recognize who the person is, unrelated to what he does for you. It's what that person is. Love is even beyond that. You recognize that being or that person to be so special that regardless whether he gives you anything or not, you want to be associated with that special person. You're attracted to that person. Give you an example. Person is enthralled with the beauty of nature. It's not because nature gives you pleasure. You see things which are amazing, and you're attracted to it. Why are you attracted to it? Because it's really beautiful. It's not because it gives you pleasure, because truly it's an object of beauty. You see a sunset, you see a sunrise, whatever, it's amazing. So what is that? Because you really recognize how special that is. So whether it's a human being or l'havdil, Hashem, you recognize who he is, what his ability is, unrelated to what he does for you. You're amazed. That level of amazement causes you to be attracted to that, to value it. That's avo. That's avo she'eino tluya b'davar. A child who loves his parent. I'm not saying when he gets older. A child. Does the child have it? Child has no intelligence. But the child, for the child, the parent is everything. Right? Child doesn't think because my parent provides. It doesn't provide. It has nothing to do with providing. It's just a being. My father is special. My mother is special. Whatever that is. Asher hi lamala miyacholas absoros. You hear what he's saying? This. He says the ability, the understanding, and the appreciation to have a level of love to want to exalt God and extol Him. He says that's beyond human capacity. That you need to see out the dishmaya. To come to that level of love, that you need to see out the dishmaya. Moshe Omer HaKosuv ani ohavai eov umeshachra yimtzeuni. I love those who love me, and those who seek me will find me. V'choti chomes nafsho, but he who avoids me wrongs himself. Hashem says, I love those who love me, and those who seek me will find me. Okay? Yeah, but I don't know from that pasuk how you see it's beyond human capacity. You see, true love is beyond human capacity. Why is it beyond human capacity? Because the reality is a human being is conflicted. The first and foremost priority is yourself. That's it. Because there's always a degree of compromise. You have to compromise on your own interests. And how do you compromise your own interest? That's the siyata dishmaya. To recognize it at that level of clarity, you're willing to compromise on yourself to such a degree, you could do it once in a while. We speak of Avos Hashem, we're not talking about for a moment. You know, you have a glimpse of clarity. We're talking about this ongoing. A glimpse that you could come to. But ongoing, that's an impossibility. That's siyata dishmaya. You see, before he started with Avos Hashem, he said, who has relevance to Avos Hashem? He says, why does he speak about Avo after Prishus, after abstinence? Because it's only the person who's already weaned himself from all levels of material, that person we could start speaking about Avos Hashem. So what is he telling you? Because the fact is, if a person has any self-interest in accommodating his physical needs, his cravings, and he has material needs, automatically, that means you're part of the equation. Once you're part of the equation, you can't talk about Avos Hashem. You could talk about it once in a while. But on an ongoing basis, Avos Hashem, if you have those cravings, it's not possible. You have those material needs, whether it's clothing, food, acknowledgement, whatever it is. It's not possible, Avos Hashem, on an ongoing basis. Unless there's what? There's some kind of self-interest. But that's not true Avos Hashem. Right? That's not Ava Nemona. That's not pure love. To be continued. Lately, I've been reading from there's a sefer called Chochmus from the Alta of Kelm. I never learned much of it, but I've been reading it recently. The way he writes, it's fierce. No mercy. When it comes to himself and the way he gave it over in Kelm, it's like you're on the chopping block. It's unbelievable the way he speaks. It's called Chochmus. It's not translated. It's in Hebrew. What he wrote two different things. What he would say in Kelm.